So this is yet another update on the 1973 Ford Gran Torino station wagon. We put a solenoid on it, so now you can hook up a battery to the car. Down there is a new, well not new, but a reconditioned starter. It's also got a new oil filter. And for the longest time, the tailgate would only open to the side because they marketed this as a three-way tailgate, so that, or because you could open it to the side with the window up or down, or you could open it down like an actual truck tailgate. And for the longest time, it would not open like a truck tailgate, and something at the bottom was catching with the rest of the body. So now it opens like a truck tailgate, but this tailgate is pretty wasted. As a matter of fact, we did hook the battery pack up to it, the charging pack down there, and we turned it over after we put some ether in it, and it actually fired. So this car runs after sitting since 1979. And plus, this engine, we got it about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and it started right up. You got any dash lights or anything?
Nope.
Alright, so we just want to look a little bit, watch, looking for any curls of smoke, the kind of bluish smoke. Okay, so nothing in there?
Nope.
Alright, so your key on, right?
Yep.
You want to check to see that you have power. We had headlights for a very short time, but they both eventually went out after a few seconds, so we might have blown a fuse, or maybe the bulbs, we don't know yet. We had no dash lights and no radio, so we'll have to sort that out. And we also had no turn signals, and now that I think of it, the parking lights didn't come on with the headlights, so. The rear fuel door also never used to close all the way, and with a little bit of bending in this area, it now closes right. If you go back and watch one of my older videos, you'll know that we replaced this window right here because it got shot out by a BB gun in the late 70s, and before we did that, it was either uncovered, the car itself had a cover over it, or after the cover got ripped up and exposed to the elements, it was stuffed in the opening. And one time I had plastic over it held down with Tyvek packing tape around the whole opening here, and even after replacing it, as you can see, or as you saw in the last video, there was still residue from the packing tape on here. Now all that's gone. Well, it's mostly gone, and the glass is still pretty clean. There's still lots to do though. We gotta give it a fuel supply, because when we started it, it was only on ether, so it was only gonna run for a couple of seconds. We gotta sort out cooling, and as you can see, the radiator support, or the bottom of it, is pretty rusty, so we might weld this up or get another one from the junkyard. We've also got to sort out the brakes, because this side of the master cylinder worked, but the pedal had never gone to the floor for years, and we finally got it to go to the floor, but the master cylinder is still bad in it. Plus, I need to get new calipers and new pads for the front, and I need to completely rebuild the rear brakes. We also still haven't quite hooked up the shift linkage yet, and we haven't hooked up the drive shaft yet. We're still sorting that out. So it doesn't quite move yet, but it does run, and that is progress.